back again. Final session for the night. Got my drink and all. Hello there, and welcome. As always, just ask if something wrong with the microphone.
When I need her.
Let me know.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry.
Hello. Victor?
Speaking.
Victor, Uncle Sasha here. How are you? Have you visited your old stomping ground yet?
I've rediscovered some things like a comfortable bed. The city has changed a lot, as have we all. The most important thing to me right now is retrieving my father's grimoire.
Your grimoire? I wish you luck, boy.
Is there any specific reason why you're calling me?
I need your help, boy. It's a very delicate matter. Are you able to find a moment for your uncle?
Maybe now would be a good time to explain it, since you're calling.
It's not something to discuss over the phone. They keep switching those lines. You never know who's listening.
All right, so where should we meet?
Remember where I took your kids for donuts?
I do.
Let's meet there. Maybe we can reminisce about the old days. Better days. See you then, Victor. Thank you.
Mr. Shulsky.
Is Rasputin here?
Sadly, yes.
It's good to see you. Although, I think I can already see what you need. Let's not waste time. How about that?
I look worse than I feel.
So then, what brings you here?
I wanted to ask you for another session.
Let me share something about your pace in hunting for salutors. Aren't you losing yourself too much in it? Again?
I don't think so. And if it is, it will only improve. Thanks to you, of course.
I'm just worried. Close your eyes and focus on my words. Concentrate on my voice. Relax and focus within yourself. Follow my voice inside yourself.
Hello and welcome.
Do you see him? He's remarkable.
I can't tame him.
You can, and you will. Look, he's afraid of you. Calm your heartbeat. It will scare him off. Calm yourself. You look better. You slept a long time.
Yes, it feels that way. What year is it?
Still 1905. Yet time flows on inexorably.
Have you seen the future again?
I don't know if it's the future. It could just be some symbols I don't know how to interpret. Heavy clouds drifting over battlefields, reaping a deadly harvest, and these faceless beings walking among strangely contorted bodies, and the ship, unsinkable, yet it went down with thousands on board. I feel as though I could have stopped it.
Did you watch me sleeping?
You still drool.
I think I shouldn't abuse the Nadezhinsky's hospitality any further.
That distressed woman you mentioned, Svetlana. You know, I saw her in my vision. That surly maid brought me the gossip about her that was going around town. This Svetlana is causing herself trouble.
What was this gossip, may I ask?
Nothing that would sully her in your eyes. She intrigued me. I'd like to meet her. And you know, I think she needs help.
Help? What do you want me to do?
Bring her to me. I won't keep you. Until next time.
Hello, sweet secret.
Hi, Victor. Something held me up. Have you been waiting long?
Just a moment.
Welcome back to our favorite square. A lot of good memories.
Anyway, I'm guessing you need my help.
You truly are your father's son. To the point. To the point. All right. It's about a certain incident at the Imperial Hotel.
Is it about the confusion that supposedly aroused during one of the recurrent soirees?
Do you know what happened there?
No, not at all. I wasn't there.
Good. Because the party know nothing about attracted the interest of several important figures. I'm just saying. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. It's about Petya. At the Imperial Hotel, a boy, fell from a balcony and he's dead. Those hyenas from the Warsaw Courier have already jumped on it.
How is it linked to Petya? Is he all right?
Yes, he's fine. But you see, that wretched balcony is part of his apartment.
I didn't know Petya lived at the Imperial. He didn't mention it when I saw him at the funeral.
He rents an apartment. Says he's more comfortable that way. Closer to his friends. You know, I'd like to be more in touch with him.
You're not very close?
Since losing Helena, it's been up and down between us. My work kept me from devoting enough attention to him. Maybe I was too lenient with him.
Who was the guy who died?
Ludwik Krajewski. He and Petya were from two different worlds. You know, the Krajewskis are... they're not wealthy.
There's nothing wrong with that, but how did he and Petya meet?
That you'll have to ask my son.
And what role exactly am I here to play, Uncle?
Do what you do best. Use your powers to find out how Ludwig's death is connected to Petya. With all due respect to Stasio, I don't want to make the same mistake judging my only son as he did. I want to know the truth, whatever it is. And those Krajewskis. I know the press is trying to contact them. I fear that without your help, they might publish something untrue.
I'll go see Petya. And where can the Krajewskis be found?
They live in a courtyard-facing apartment of a tenement house, near the Imperial.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. Go. I stay here for a while.
Hello.
Mr. Shulsky, hello. Shall I inform the authorities and hospitals, or shall I wait? Your last visit has become somewhat of a legend.
This time it'll be quiet, I promise. I'm here to see Pyotr Voronin.
Is Master Voronin moving out by any chance?
Not that I know of. Why should you care?
The gatherings that the young master deigns to organize are rather noisy and bothersome. The guests have been complaining. Some have left.
Never mind. Where can I find our pest?
Room 213, second floor. You've been there already.
So, same thing tonight, gentlemen?
You bet. I'll get some cognac. It will help relax the atmosphere.
So, same thing tonight, gentlemen?
Who's this guy?
It's just my cousin. Hello, Victor. Meet Thomas and Franz. Did you miss me?
I'd like to have a word with you. I've heard you're in trouble.
It was Papa who sent you, wasn't it? I told him to stay out of this. Thomas, Franz, show my cousin the door.
As you can see, I can be stubborn.
Congratulations. Franz and Thomas are tough customers. Well, speak up. I don't have all day.
What happened that night, from your point of view?
Thanks, cousin. It's hard for me to talk about it. He was my friend. We were having fun. Whiskey, cigars, and other amusements. Ludwig got drunk and went out on the balcony. He yelled something about wanting to get higher, even higher. And then there was a scream and a shriek from down below. I stepped out onto the balcony and Ludwig... he was down there, dead.
How do you want to end it? Your friend is dead. He was someone's son.
Yes, the Krajewskis. I know they're poor, but I can help them with that.
They say the press is interested in them.
I've heard. I'm not worried about myself, but it may damage Papa's reputation. And it could take a toll on the Krajewskis too. I want to protect them. Money is no object.
Let me take a look around.
As you wish.
Do you need anything?
Let me take a look around.
As you wish.
Beer?
Have you got juglar?
I've got beer.
Thank you for the beer, but I'd like a dollop of Warsaw caviar. Did the Sturgeons have plenty to give this year?
I'm a bartender, not a fisherman. Beer?
I'd like to ask about Hanya.
Hey, Zdenek! There's a stalker here, asking about Hanya. Grab your buddies and get them to stop bothering her.
Oh, fuck. Leave it. Jesus.
What's going on here? I've just come to work to find all this hustle and bustle. The boss said you asked about me. What is it?
Miss Hanya, I'm Victor. The guy fell off a balcony at the Imperial Hotel. You were there when Ludwig died, weren't you?
I remember no such thing. If these drunks here were still standing straight, you'd be sorry. Leave me alone. Once again, I don't know anything.
Holding onto that contract weighs heavily on you. It's unbearable, isn't it? It causes you great pain. Your misery will disappear if you give it to me. You will get your peace, I promise.
I can't take it anymore. I can't. It reminds me of what I don't want to remember. I'll give it to you. Here, their contract.
Thank you. Tell me, what really happened that day?
Ludwig and Pietia were both drunk and made a bet. If Ludwig walked on a railing, Pietia would pay him. A lot. Ludwig was confident. He teetered, and...
Why didn't you get rid of the contract? You could have destroyed it.
I wanted to, but I was afraid Pietia would send someone after me to save himself. The contract is proof of his guilt. But it was my idea for them to sign it. The Krajewskis could use some money. We could have gotten married, gotten away. It doesn't matter now. Take it.
I'll be going.
Anya, quit chatting. There's beer to be sold.
I hope you'll use this contract wisely.
What do you mean?
Pietia deserves to suffer after what he did.
Nobody's home?
They are. They just won't answer the door. Tobias Fegi, the Warsaw Courier.
Maybe they want to mourn their son in peace rather than talk to the press.
What are you looking for here?
Information. But I think my methods are more effective.
Then maybe I will leave, and later you can share something. Deal?
I've got a better idea. You get lost, and I won't knock your teeth out.
A subtle suggestion, Mr. Man with the book. Fine, I'm going.
You chased him away? Glory be. Thank you. Please, come in before he gets back. Let me at least offer you some tea.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Come in. Would you like some tea? My name's Krajewski. Zygmunt.
Viktor Szulski, thank you. Maybe later. I have a question.
Is it about Ludwig? Since you brushed that news hound off. All right. Ask away.
Do you get invaded by the press often?
Not a day passes without someone knocking at the door, sniffing around, reopening wounds, looking for a scoop. But each one of them also promises money. We're not wealthy, and after Ludwig's death, we have even less.
You could use some money now.
Sure, but I really don't know what I could tell the news hounds.
That's enough. Can I ask you about Ludwig's belongings?
You've looked around by now?
I found a photo of a young woman. Who is she?
This is Hannah, Ludwig's sweetheart. They had been seeing each other for a while. She was here not long ago, after what happened.
An elegant men's coat. Is it Ludwig's?
I don't have the heart to sell it. Ludwig liked it so much. Pietja gave it to him.
I've seen the doctor's bill.
I think this is trash.
Mr. Krajewski, is there a sum of money that could, at least, to some extent, make up for the loss of Ludwig?
No money can undo what happened.
But it might solve other problems. I will insist.
One more thing.
That's enough. Did Ludwig live here with you?
Not much recently. Pietja kept inviting him to all kinds of places. Parties, dances, horse racing.
Did it happen often?
What? Pietja's invitations? Yes. I would tell him Ruskies were not appropriate company for him.
Perhaps Ludwig was impressed with it all.
You bet. But if you ask me, Pietja was using Ludwig so that others would admire him for spending time with a poor man. So, there you have it.
That's enough. I bring you the sad truth, but I believe Ludwig deserves it. Your son was supposed to walk on the railing to win money from Pietja.
Jesus, I told him. I kept telling him it wasn't the right company to keep. I told him.
You should have it. This is the proof of Pietja's guilt.
My God. What am I to do with it? Can I ask you why you are doing all this?
I've got my reasons. I'll be going.
Thank you for telling me this, Mr. Shulsky.
Mr. W.S., what's the hurry? You didn't introduce yourself, but I have my own ways of getting to the truth. W.S. Victor Shulsky. Are you one of those Shulskys? Stanisław's son?
No. What do you want?
I know. You told me to go away, but you know what the press is like. So, what have you found out?
My mind is clouded today. My memory is failing.
Are all temperamancers like that? In that case, until next time, Mr. W.
Hello, Uncle.
Oh, wait! Before I forget, you rascal. You didn't confess to your uncle that you recently visited our cells.
I thought you were the one who had me released.
What? Nonsense! You need to promise it was the last time, you got it? What brings you here?
So what's new, Uncle?
Crime the underworld, as usual, thanks.
We need to talk about Pietia.
Great. Yes, you know what? Let's start walking again. It's kind of stuffy here, you know. And on the bench, I'll be able to think straight about what you're saying. Well, shoot, boy. No matter how much it hurts.
Ludwig was killed by his own stupidity. He got drunk and started prancing on the ledge. Pietia didn't have anything to do with it.
So, the guy just slipped?
So it seems. Bad luck, misfortune.
Poor kid. I feel sorry for the Krajewskis. No parent should bury their child.
That's all, Uncle.
Thank you for taking care of that matter. I know you wouldn't lie to me. I believe that if your younger self had that kind of support, your life could have been different.
Tell me, what will happen to Pietia now?
What do you mean? He paid the price by losing a friend. May that be a lesson for him.
Unfortunately, from what I understand, the Krajewskis have finally agreed to talk to the press.
Maybe it's better that way. Don't worry about it. It's getting late. I'll take a walk and think. Good night.
Good night, Uncle.
Let me rest. Let's wait until... So, let's...
What a day. Let's wait until... So, let's... Nothing can be kept secret from me. That wasn't too hard.
A friend of Piotrus's. You can ask. Just be discreet.
I'll let you get back to work. Goodbye.
Of all the joints in Povishla, you walk into this one again.
I have to...
It's true.
Mr. Shulsky, come in. What's new?
I've got some fresh ideas for you.
Promising. But you can't keep wearing the same attire. Please, come back to me if you find more inspiration. Meanwhile, I shall attend to my work. Please, excuse me.
I won't bother you.
All right. Mr. Shulsky, come in. What's new?
I won't bother you.
All right.
Shut up, Snake. Did you think we wouldn't find out?
Идешь с нами.
Gotta shut the door. Garbage blew in.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Got too greedy.
No, what the grałeś? If you hadn't shown up here. I need a moment. Leave me.
Why are the Yohrana after you?
Evidently, they got tired of sending threatening letters. Or maybe it's because my last soirée ended with a scandal about the Governor-General's daughter. I think they're looking for someone to blame.
But you had nothing to do with what happened to Sofia.
I know, but how can you be sure?
I strongly believe that a person is innocent until proven guilty.
Of course. So, we're at an impasse. What do you propose?
I came to pick you up. You'll be safe with my associate.
What associate? Where?
In Pavansky. The neighborhood, not the cemetery.
Victor, I need to flee the country. Do you understand? Will you help me?
Everything has its price.
There is something I have not yet told you about Stanisław. I'll tell you in exchange for getting me safely to Vienna.
I'll take you to the Nadarzyńskis and let you know as soon as I've heard anything.
Szulski, you're haggling like an old fishwife. It would break your father's heart.
I don't think he had one.
We had better go.
Come on, I'll hail you a carriage.
Wait, my travel chest. I never go anywhere without it. I'd feel safer if you rode with me to the Nadarzyńskis.
If I'm going to help you, I first have to visit the place where a friendship was born, and more than one hope died, where the gods of chaos lounge amid the absinthe fumes.
Что?
I need to go to the London bar.
Just hurry, please.
all the giants in Povishla, you walk into this one again.
You won't give up that easy. Deep down, you're not that kind of man. Tilting at windmills has dimmed your investigator's instinct, but you won't give them the satisfaction.
I don't have the strength.
I do. Let's bring this case to a close. Let's find the real fisherman.
You're right. The dubber is innocent. I'm not going to fall in with a heartless system where all that matters is the quarterly performance. Come, I'll show you the body. It's still in the ice room, unless the pallbearer took it. I'll tell you the rest of the story there.
See, I'm not that bad at spellcasting. Wiktor Szulski, Thaumaturge.
Antoni Igorevich Pelevin.
Lead the way.
I hope I don't regret it, Thaumaturge. There he is. Tadeusz Pielecha, a Powiśle man. Childless, 46 years old. He was a fisherman. Ну, Thaumaturge, за дело.
He has multiple wounds and bruises.
Yeah, he was tortured before he died. But the immediate cause of death was a strong hit to the back of the head. Stunned like a fish. It's a joke.
I presume it's his trademark.
Yes, he always puts pebbles in place of gouged out eyes. Ordinary river pebbles, probably collected at the local wharf.
Any personal items? Something could have been imprinted on them. His emotions, thoughts, anything.
All he had was his wedding ring. But we gave it back to the widow because she was crying that she wanted to have a memento of her husband.
We should ask her to show this wedding ring to us.
Where can I find the widow?
She lives in a house on the corner, between the marketplace and Yaja's brothel.
Pielecha wasn't the fisherman's first victim. What about the others?
There was another fisher, a porter, a traveling saleswoman, but this is our best clue.
Were other victims from around here as well?
Some spent all their lives in Powiśle. Others were passing through, and they were just unlucky.
Then it's certain the fisherman lives in the area and knows it well. which means he probably also keeps his victims somewhere around here.
And then just drops them on the bank?
Did he have a family?
We only know about the wife. They didn't seem to get along.
All right, the autopsy's over. When did Pielecha's wife report he was missing?
She admitted she was worried her husband had been gone for 3 days. She did take her time.
Maybe she was the one who killed him.
Why don't you talk to her? If you need me, I'll be at the Moonshine.
Hello.
I can't stand this weather. Can I help you?
What are you selling?
My late husband's junk. I don't need to look at all of this if I can't look at him.
I'm sorry for your loss.
No point brooding over it. The river giveth, and the river taketh away.
Have you seen anyone suspicious here lately?
Other than you? This is Powiśle. Everyone's suspicious here.
Do you have any valuables to sell? Like jewelry?
What jewelry? Look at me. I had Pielecha's ring, but I sold it to a pawn shop. Money don't stink, you know. They didn't want anything else anyway.
And where is this pawn shop?
At Browarno Street.
I have to go now.
Goodbye.
What's now?
I'd like to see your jewelry.
Gems? Bangles? Spangles?
Wedding rings. Golden.
Uh-huh. Congratulations.
Preferably from a stiff. I know you've got one here.
What does a magician need a ring like that for?
Why does a pawnbroker need to know things like that?
I do have one, but it's not for sale. It brings me luck.
I'm not going to play any games with you. Show me the ring.
Well, this is a game I'm not going to play. Zichu, Rishek, come here. It's time for some fisticuffs.
I'm begging you, please, stop! Give me the wedding ring. All right, already. Here.
Let's wait. Let's wait. So...
A friend of Piotrus's.
What about Thaumaturge Ps5? Do you know anything about him?
What a miserable chap. No one could ever cheer him up. It must be really hard for his wife now. A friend of a friend saw him in a moonshine often. A local joint.
I know where it is.
Anything else?
Thank you for being willing to talk to me. Goodbye.
Give my best to Piotruś.
Hey, what are you up to? Bothering the lady? Nothing comes for free.
Never in my life did I have to pay for a conversation with a beautiful woman. And I don't mean to change that today.
Smooth talker, aren't you?
Forget it. This is nothing, really. Just idle chit-chat, that's all.
I'm supposed to step in if any fishermen or others can't bother you. So I am. Unless you want to be left alone. And you? Come here. Losing a few teeth will teach you not to waste a hooker's time.
Just no Browning, please. What can I get you?
I know Tadeusz Pielecha liked to come here.
Wouldn't you rather have a drink? I don't feel like talking about Tadek.
You miss him, so do the others. You've known him for ages, and now the mere mention of his name tears a hole in your heart. Help me, and I will do him justice.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. If he went back to his wife that night rather than here, I guess he'd be still alive.
That means he spent his last night here?
Yeah, when he left, that was the last we ever saw him. It was pissing down that night too. And a few days later, he was lying sprawled out on the river bank like a dead fish.
Did you talk to him?
Tadek did more drinking than talking. He only complained that Yadzia had him removed from the brothel. He didn't avail himself of it, and he wouldn't pay for nothing. Other than that, no. He was a man of few words.
I suppose you don't have many customers on rainy nights like that, hmm? Can you remember who else was here?
Just regulars. Same as today, some hookers come by at times. Today we've got one copper and one intrusive posh boy, which is unusual. I mean you.
Did Pielecha leave alone?
Gienek, the steel worker, left with him, but he came back shortly after and passed out in the corner. Then a hooker went out, probably to work.
Do you remember which one?
Clara. She's the carrying one. She chumps around with that little shit Justa.
I'll be off now.
Good riddance.
Anything new?
Have you seen my little sassy Powiśle boy?
No. Is he a part of the investigation?
Yes, you could say so. He was supposed to find me. I think I know who the fisherman is, but I need to be certain. I'll get back to you.
Have you looked around? Any special requests?
Who usually plays the piano here?
Would that it were only one. We get no shortage of has-been artists here, or them that try to bamboozle the girls into giving them a better price, especially if they're drunk. One of the girls saw it in a pawn shop. It wasn't cheap.
Your employees play too?
I can find you someone that can tickle the ivories. But that's not what I pay them for.
Thank you. Maybe I'll return later.
You're blushing, precious. Have you looked?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Will you stop sneaking up on us?
Do you know Tadeusz Pielecha?
Poor guy. He was the one the fisherman got this time. You shouldn't say bad things about the dead.
But?
Pielecha came to visit us, our boaty house, the day before he died. He wouldn't pay, so Auntie Jadzia, the madam, had him thrown out.
Thank you. I will talk to her.
I've had it. Let's get out of here. I'm not going to stay here any longer, getting wet and tempting fate.
Let's go. Jadzia will get over it.
Have you looked around?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Piotrus's older friend. I expected this to be only a matter of time. I warned you he would get hurt.
Bravo. You should become an actress. I was not expecting the murderer would turn out to be the murderess.
No one ever considers it as a possibility.
Why is he lying still? What did you do to him?
For now, he's only sleeping. The little angel. Like the others.
Move away from him. None of this is his fault.
True. He was bright. He connected the dots quickly and found this place.
And this is why you want to kill him now?
I don't want to, but I must. Because of you. You're to blame for the boy wanting to play detective. And now his blood will be on your hands.
Piotrek is a bright lad, and he's got his entire life ahead of him. He trusted you.
Yes. He was the only one who never looked down on me. It's all your fault. Everything would have worked out if it wasn't for this pesky kid.
Why are you even doing this?
Why wouldn't I be doing this? Why wouldn't I slaughter those stinking sods? My only regret is that I didn't start sooner.
You can't stand the smell of fish. Why?
Because the past stinks of fish. He only needed to swing his arm to make me nauseous. The stench of fish lingered long on my skin. That's it. I'm done talking.
Wait! Your brother. What is it that he's done to you?
Brother? Daft prick is more like it. He raised me after our parents died. Raised me with a heavy hand. I hated him, but I also only had him.
What about him? How is he similar?
He's not. He's the only one who isn't. That's it. I'm done talking.
Wait! You're not from here. Warsaw wasn't kind to you, was it?
Kind? Warsaw devoured me. It chewed me up and shut me out. I came here with the hope of leaving everything behind me. I was a good girl. I wanted to find a job and start a new life. I didn't have any prospects. Whoring turned out to be the only option. It wasn't until I finally got the courage to kill my first river-stinking customer that I felt that there must be some sense in all this. No, not sense. There is no sense. Pleasure.
You know, I hate Warsaw myself. Sometimes I would like to sink this city, but making peace with it is simpler.
Enough already! Not another word!
What the fuck is this place? Who's this woman?
She's your fisherman.
I haven't seen miracles like this before. What about the kid?
He's alive.
Then wake him up and let's get out of here. It really stinks of fish.
Everything okay? You alright?
Alright. Yeah. I'm alright.
You're lucky the kid's in one piece. How could you be so irresponsible and act alone?
There was no time to think. I had to act fast.
And I think you followed your pride, Mr. Great Thaumaturge.
Would you ever think she's the murderess?
No. This is where my intuition failed.
I'm sorry for dragging you into this, lad.
Nah. Forget about it. The risk comes with the job. But I guess you'll have to conduct your next investigation without me.
How did you end up on this table?
I found this dive, and as I was going to get you, Auntie Clara showed up.
Night, night, beautiful.
Then, I don't remember.
I understand. What will happen to Cayetano now?
First, we'll have to get testimony from the murderers. It'll take a while, even if I expedite things. The paperwork alone will take a fair bit of time. I'll call you.
I'm sorry I didn't notify you before.
At least we have the murderess.
I'll be waiting for your call regarding Cayetano's case, Commissioner.
Sure. Keep out of trouble.
Goodbye.
Take care, partner. We did good.
Let's go. I'll show you the police station.
A few days, Mr. Digits. A few days. You see this guy?
Mr. Negis, I'll pay it back, I swear. They're running tomorrow at Mokoto's racetrack. I'll win. Deal?
We had one as long as you paid your dues.
I'm begging you.
Quit your bawling. You'll get tear stains on my rug. It's Persian. You look tired. Want a coffee?
Whenever I see you, you torturing somebody. Is there something you want to talk about?
Don't you psychoanalyze me. Just tell me if you want coffee.
Always glad for a coffee. Can I interrupt you for a second? I'm in a rush.
I'm just sorting something out with this cow face here who doesn't pay on time. Where should we start? Teeth or knees?
Please, don't let him. I only owe 12 rubles.
Can I cover his debt with his money?
Yes, I beg you. I promise you, sir, I'll repay every kopeka.
Well, you've got a sponsor. All right. Get him out of here. So, how'd you take it? Black or cream and sugar?
Black, strong, no sugar.
Tell me what brings you here.
There's a certain woman who'd like to disappear from Warsaw. Conventional transportation isn't an option.
What exactly do you mean by disappear?
I'm looking for safe and discreet transportation to Vienna. On the double quick.
Sadly, the shivs can't help. That's not our line. Passport policy is a nightmare, and smuggling will get you the news. Not worth it. But I know a man, Javier something or other. Although finding him might be tricky.
What kind of name is that? Argentinian? Spanish?
Who the hell knows? Maybe he had a sailor for a dad.
You know anything more about this Javier fellow?
He's a legend. He smuggled socialists, contraband. Recently, he hid 7 kilos of TNT inside biographies on Scowan.
Why is he so hard to find?
Because he's the best at what he does.
You know where I can find him?
Thank the gods of chaos that you've got a great buddy like me. You should talk to Foreman Romek. He usually recruits day laborers in the Povishla district. He knows everybody there.
Thanks. I'll head off.
Not so fast. Have you been to Povishla since you got back from your travels?
Yes, as it happens. A rather unique neighborhood. Fishermen, porters, and craftsmen, all trying to make ends meet.
Is that all you've noticed?
More or less.
Stuff goes on there that make your blood curdle. The locals can't stand outsiders and protect their own. Don't go around grilling random people.
Thanks. I can handle it from here.
Your coffee.
Excuse me, officer.
What do you mean, not allowed? Sergeant Kadash, folks gotta work there, feed their families.
We're conducting an operation.
More like farting around. My taxpayer rubles are paying for you to chow down on herring. Let me through to the wharf.
And what are you here for?
Sergeant Karash, I'm here on official business.
Of course. Boys, let this gent through. Well, ain't they all chummy? What about us?
of this, Narishkit. Say who you are, and what you're doing on my turf.
My name is Viktor Shulsky. First, show yourself, coward.
You're in no position to raise your voice.
It's better that way. We can talk as equals.
What are you making such a gavolt for? What do you want?
I didn't know I was on someone's turf.
People here have got enough problems of their own without some goyish outsider coming and giving them crap. Get to the point.
Your salutor. I don't know him.
He's a Devok. He looks around for lost souls who don't know better and go where they shouldn't.
Terrifying. I'm looking for a smuggler.
What for?
For smuggling, what else? I need Javier.
Is that all? I took you for someone else. I can introduce you to Javier. You interested?
I know Javier likes to fight. So, should we head to the boxing ring?
Something like that. I see you've sniffed out what you can. Shall we?
That's all? No extra conditions or requests?
Tongue of a devil, heart of an angel. That's me.
Who did you take me for earlier?
Nothing of interest to you. Internal neighborhood affairs.
Lead the way. You sure changed your tune quickly.
Welcome to Povishla. Fighting first, hugging later. Areo Rafe. Stick with me and they won't touch a hair on your head. Just don't come on Saturdays. Welcome to the dungeon. A mecca of gambling and violence. You see the box above the ring? I'll wait there. Make yourself comfortable. Put a bet on the fight. And come find me.
Well, I'm gonna get some sleep here, so thank you for watching. I wish you all a good night and sweet dreams when it comes, or when it has come. And you have a nice day tomorrow. So ciao ciao from here.